Snap, turns, and he had somebody to throw it to, and there was nobody there, and he will break a tackle at about the 25 or 26, and he's snowed under in a sea of black. Leading the way in there is Brian Eggers along with Chris Bates. So that was a broken play.
Broken play. There's supposed to be somebody out there to throw to. All it was a bootleg for the quarterback to come out, find a receiver out there to throw to. It's a good play if it works, but whoever the receiver was obviously didn't get the signals right in the huddle.
4th and about 5, 4th and 6 rather. Line of scrimmage, we'll call it the 26. And it is a high wobbly kick that is going to be short and land at the 50 and take an Oak Hill bounce backwards towards the Oak Hill goal line and go out of bounds at the 44. So the line of scrimmage, the 26, and it goes out at the 44, at the 46 rather. So that is a 20-yard punt is all Cremines gets out of that one, and it's going to set Oak Hill up in real good field position.
Field position's played an important part of this game here early in the first quarter. Oak Hill got a good kickoff return to open the game. They got an excellent punt, 51 yards, to put Hannan Trace deep in their own territory. And here, when the kickoffs are reversed, Hannan Trace gets a poor punt to give Oak Hill good field position.
Brad Lewis will come to the near side. Chucky Miller will split out wide to the left. The I formation behind Simpson. Oaks going a long count and get the penalty on the Hannan Trace Wildcats, as it seems like Hannan Trace a little eager to try to get in there and stop the Oak Hill running game.
Yeah, they looked real eager that time. The left or the right guard, he was in the backfield, and they hadn't even snapped the ball yet.
That'll move the ball up to the 41-yard line, where the Oaks will have it 1st down and 5. This sets up a lot of stuff here, too.
Oh, a lot of stuff you can do with this. And this game's a whole lot easier to play when you're only playing a 50-yard field. I'm going to tell you that.
This time, Lewis will go wide left. Miller will come over here to the near side. Again, the I formation behind Simpson. Turns, gives it in there to Ward on that same play, but this time they're waiting on Bobby, and he will pick up a couple inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be second down, and we'll call it a long 3 yards to go. Give him a gain of 1, call it 2nd and 4. Clock is moving, 5 minutes and 27 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Oaks lead 8-0. 2nd down and 3. Miller will come to the near side. Lewis will go over to the far side. Tony going on a long count. Takes the snap, turns, gives to Ward, and Ward will forge his way forward for the 1st down, as he will go all the way to the 35, as the Oak Hill offensive line, rather the Hannan Trace defensive line, met Bobby at the line of scrimmage. But Bobby, who again is a very strong runner, was able to forge for 3 yards and a 1st down.
Like I say, that's one of the things Hannan Trace was concerned about, was the strength of the Oak Hill backs, especially Ward. And he's shown that he can run up there against the big kids on that line. They've got a big line and carry him.
Line of scrimmage to 25. Maynard will come near side. Miller in the slot that way. Simpson turns, pitch back out here to Ruff. Ruff to the 30, 25, and Ruff is inside the 25 and down to about the 21-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 14 yards as he goes from the 35 to the 21, and he got a block from the outside. Dick, he may, had he come to the outside, been able to go all the way.
I'm probably going to sound like a broken record after last week's game, but our blocking on the outside, and especially downfield, has been tremendous the last 2 games. Chuck Miller that time took a man clear out of the play.
This time Miller will split to the near side. Shane Maynard over to the far. I formation, 1st down and 10 at the 21. Give to Ward, and Ward will pull away from a tackle at the line of scrimmage to the 15. And they had him cold at the 20-yard line, and Bobby pulled loose and picked up 6 yards to the 15-yard line. They mark him inside the 15 to the 14. We'll give him a 7-yard gain, and it's 1st down and 10 Oak Hill with 4 minutes and 4 seconds to go. Oaks will send Miller wide to the right this time. Shane Maynard over here to the near side. I formation behind Tony Simpson. Ward will at the full. And it will be a pitch on the flip out to Ruff. Ruff with a blocker in front of him. Cuts it back at the 15. Dancing at the 10. He's outside and inside the 10 to about the 5. And over to my left here, it was Brian Howe making the call, and what a move by Josh Ruff.
Yeah, so he just faked some kid clear out of his shoes. He acted like he was going to run back up from the sideline back towards the center of the field, and he just gave some kid a hip and just cut back to the outside and picked up another 4 yards.
He took it from the 19 to the 3, a 6-yard gain, and Hannan Trace wants timeout with that play with 3 minutes and 33 seconds to go in the first quarter, and the Oaks knocking on the door with an 8-0 lead. We'll be right back. Oaks had the ball first down and goal at the Hannan Trace 3-yard line, and they've got it stacked up in the middle. Outside would be open if the Oaks can get it. They give it to Ward, though, and Ward will fight to the 1, and he's in. Bobby Ward falls into the end zone at 3:29 of the first quarter to build the Oak Hill lead to 14-0. And the Oaks will try for 2 again and try to extend it to 16-0 lead. And early in the first quarter with 3 minutes to go, that unless everything falls apart for Oak Hill defensively and Hannan Trace can pick it up offensively, it's going to be an awful big deficit to take up. Extra point try, Miller and Maynard wide to the right near side, the I formation. Simpson with a pitch back to Ruff. Ruff will dance it inside. Let's see, did it get in? Yes! Oh, a nice move by Josh Ruff as Ruff had the outside cut off, and he just did a quick dance back to his left and fell in for the 2-point conversion.
That's something that's hard to teach a tailbacks, when to cut in and take what yardage you can get. He did an excellent job of that time, and I know that's very difficult to teach a kid to cut upfield instead of running east to west, especially when there's people out there. What I started to say before the extra points was, all these SVAC teams look to Oak Hill as a team to beat. They haven't been beaten since they've been in the league. And when they fall behind early like this at 16-0, it's really demoralizing on them. And I said before the game that this would probably be a close game. This could turn into a rout if they get demoralized real early.
We'll be back with the Oak Hill kickoff right after this. Ruff will kick it off, and it's a high end over end kick that's going to come over here to the right, and it's going to be picked up at about the 9-yard line. That's by Caldwell. He cuts back here to the outside, and making the stop on a nice play was Shane Diltz. And Shane Diltz, had he not been able to get that one, Dick, he may have had quite a few yards down the sideline.
Yeah, he would have had another 5 or 10 yards down the sideline, set him up in pretty good field position. The key to that was he made a real nice run considering he bobbled the ball when he first took it and let it get by him. He came out there pretty well with it.
Line of scrimmage, we'll call it the 23-yard line. 3 minutes and 18 seconds and the clock moving. Oak Hill leading 16-0 here in the first quarter. We'll see what happens here now as the Wildcats break out of the huddle. This may force them into a situation where they have to throw to play catch-up. They line up in that wishbone-type offense, and they throw out of that. And it's Shad Johnson, and he's being chased and brought down, and a nice hit in there by Brent Michael, and then somebody else from Oak Hill really come in and laid the law down to him, and he was dropped at the 19-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 4. It looks like when they line up in that wishbone-type offense, Dick, they're going to throw the ball.
I like the wishbone-type offense. It gives you a lot of options to play from, especially the quick hitter, and I think personally that Hannan Trace has to establish some kind of running game before they can throw, and the wishbone is basically a running offense, but they can throw off of it pretty well, and that's a good offense to go with now.
Loss of 4, 2nd and 14. Out here wide to the right is Caldwell. And it will be Johnson back to pass, and he throws over the middle, and I think it's intercepted. It is Brent Michael, or no, that is Chris Bates. Chris Bates picked it off at, let's see where they mark it. He picked it off at the 27, make that the 28-yard line, where Oak Hill will have it first down and 10. If we can score here, Dick, and just might break their backs.
Oh, that's what I say. If you get demoralized, if you take them out of their game plan, you could turn what should have been a close game into a rout, and anybody can do that, as evidenced by Pittsburgh, Ohio State.
Wing left is Miller. Wide left is Lewis. I formation. Simpson gives the ball to Ward. Ward running room at the 20. He's still on his feet and fighting for more yards at about the 16. He's got the first down. As he goes from the 28 all the way down, we'll call it the 17-yard line. That's an 11-yard gain. So it's first down and 10 Oak Hill, as the Oak Hill offensive line is doing the job in there against that beefed-up line of Hannan Trace, who their coach calls probably the biggest line they've ever had there.
Well, it probably is. They've got a 300-pound kid out there, too, and the Klein boy. And Oak Hill's just firing off the ball a lot faster than they are now, controlling the line of scrimmage.
First and 10 at the 27. I formation behind Tony Simpson. Simpson gives it to Ward again. Ward, well, inside the 10. He'll get close to first down yardage as he is down near the 7-yard line. They may have to measure this one, Dick.
You'll have to give me the names because I've still not got all the numbers right. But whoever the left guard is for Oak Hill just made a devastating block there for Ward to come through.
I think that's the freshman, Chad Jones. We'll wait and see as they break out of the lineup. Yes, it is. The freshman, Chad Jones. Dick calling that beautiful block on. I formation. Wing to the left is Miller. Second down and 1 after the gain of 9. Tony Simpson under center, takes a snap, turns, gives to Ward. Ward to the outside. He's to the 5, and he's down inside the 5 to the 3, and he's got the first down. The Oaks will have it from there. First down and goal with 49 seconds left here in the first quarter, and they may just be on the verge of blowing this one wide open as Maynard comes in with a play from the sidelines. We may get one, maybe 2 plays off before the end of the first quarter. Oaks knocking on the door, ball at the 2. First down and goal from 2 yards out. This time the Oaks go with split backs and both ends tight. Wing to the right is Miller. Simpson takes the ball, turns, gives to Bobby Ward. Head down, fighting into the end zone. Touchdown! Bobby Ward, and Dick, you got to give a lot of credit to the right side of the Oak Hill offensive line. They just pushed the Hannan Trace Wildcats back into the end zone.
Yeah, the line's doing a tremendous job blocking. They're coming off the ball. They're knocking the defensive line down about 2 to 3 yards off the line of scrimmage. So even when they're stopping us dead, it's a 3-4 yard gain. And this is a devastating blow to Hannan Trace. I find it hard to believe that if anybody can score 24 points off of our defense in the SVAC this year, it's just a great defense.
Oaks going for 2. Again, this time with the receivers out wide to the left, the I formation behind Simpson, and it's going to be the pitch to Ruff, and Ruff will go into the end zone untouched. And Dick, they run that play 3 times, and all 3 times he's went into the end zone without anybody contesting him, except for the one where he cut back.
Well, they ran it the first time, went outside just like that time. The third time he went outside, the second time he just cut it in. I mean, that play is there, or it's there on the extra point try, at least the way Ruff runs it is.
24-0 with 30 seconds left in the first quarter. We'll be back with the Oak Hill kickoff right after this. Here at Oak Hill High School, where Josh Ruff will do the kicking for Oak Hill, who leads 24-0 with 30 seconds left. He got the toe into that one. And back at about the 11-yard line is Caldwell, 20, 25. He's to the 30, down the sideline, 35, 40, and he's all the way to the Oak Hill, or rather the Hannan Trace 43 on a very nice run by Caldwell. And the Oaks have a player down. We'll get the glasses on him, and it is Shane Diltz, but Diltz is up and will come off the field on his own. Nice run in there by Caldwell.
That was a nice run. He followed his blockers well, and then he made a couple of good cuts, and he found an opening, and it was just a foot race after that.
Hannan Trace with the best field position of the night. Caldwell will come over here to the near side. I formation, wing to the left is Beaven. Shad Johnson under center, turns, pitch back in here to Cremines, and Cremines is knocked down at the 41, and that is Larry Davis, the strong safety, and only his first year varsity action. The last time he played was the 7th grade. I told Coach Conroy that before the year was over that he would be in the starting lineup, and not only was he there before the end of the year, he was there before the first ball game.
That was one of the best defensive plays I've seen in a football game in a real long time. He took the pursuit angle, he cut the play back in, which is all that he's really expected to do to let the pursuit catch up, and then he made the tackle. That's a real plus. That's a real fine play.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score, the Oak Hill Oaks 24 and the Hannan Trace Wildcats nothing. We'll be back with second quarter action right after this. Start second quarter action. The Hannan Trace Wildcats with the ball. Second down and about 14 yards to go for the first down. And it will be a pitch over here to Cremines, and Cremines dancing to try to get to the outside, and he's not going to get anywhere because the Oak Hill Oaks were on that play from the time the quarterback pitched it. They saw where it was gone, and there was nowhere for him to go.
Great pursuit. The only thing that I would hope that Oak Hill doesn't do is over-pursue that play and be vulnerable to a reverse later on in the game. That's great pursuit on that play. They just got to keep somebody out there on the other side to watch for the reverse coming back.
That's another loss back to the 37. They have to get in Oak Hill territory to the 48, and that is going to be third down and 15. Shad Johnson under center. And it is a pitch out here to Cremines, and it is the reverse. And with the blocker in front of him, Caldwell, Shane Maynard trying to make the play, and Shane Maynard does it on a nice play. Shane Maynard, the sophomore, comes up to make the hit, and that is after a gain of only, well, he got it back beyond the original line of scrimmage for about 3 yards. That was a gain of 8 on the play, but it's going to be 4th down and 7. And Shane Maynard, just back here, free safety, just read that all the way, and he just followed it right over to the sideline and made tackle.
Yeah, Chuck Miller stayed home, too. If Chuck hadn't stayed home where they'd had the extra blocker out there, he took on the blocker to allow Maynard to come and get it. It was a good play.
Line of scrimmage, the 44, high floating kick that will land at the Oak Hill 30-25, roll to the 20-15, and will roll down and be killed at the 12-yard line, where the Hannan Trace Wildcats are going to have it after a 38-43, 44-yard punt by Brad Cremines. So with 10 minutes and 29 seconds to go here in the first half, the Oak Hill Oaks hold a 24-0 lead. And Brian Howe tells me that they have only 5 yards of offense, and less than that. Well, they got a little bit more than that now with that last run, but the Oak Hill defense is doing the job.
Oh, they sure are. They're shutting down the run, and the Hannan Trace has attempted 2 passes. One was incomplete, and the other one intercepted.
Simpson under center with Lewis out wide to the right in front of the eye. Pitch will come back to Ruff. Ruff with 2 blockers in front of him. He's to the 15, and he's down the sideline 20 and out of bounds at about the 22. And making the stop in there for the Hannan Trace Wildcats is number 68. That is Terry Martin. Martin and Cremines on the stop, but not before he picks up the first down. As he goes from the 12 to the 24, that's a gain of 12. And it's going to be 1st down and 10 Oak Hill from the 24. Clock is stopped as Ruff went out of bounds on the play. Simpson will come over here that is Maynard to the near side. Chuck Miller will go wide to the right. Oaks yet to throw the football. Simpson in front of the eye. Takes a snap, turns, pitch goes to Ruff as he tries the right side this time on the exact same play, and he'll cut back against the grain at the 25, and he will be brought down there as the outside was cut off, and he tried to cut it back the other way, and it wasn't there.
Well, that's all he could do. They had that play covered real well to the outside there. He's lucky to get by that. I guess he got a little bit of a gain out of it. I thought he might lose yardage. What Oak Hill really needs here, they started out back. It's going to be a long drive to score. They need a couple more first downs to get field position back for a while.
2nd down and 9. 2nd and a long 9. He went from the 24 ball touching the 25 right now. I formation. Miller out wide to the right. Lewis over here to the near side. Simpson wants to throw, does, and he's in some trouble, still in trouble, and down he goes. Wasn't able to get away from the fullback on offense. That is Saunders, and it will be 3rd down. Make that, 3rd down and about 13 yards to go. So we'll give him a loss. Well, we'll give him a loss of 2 yards on the play. Call it, well, let's see. It was a loss of more than that. He was at the 19, at the 25, and it's a loss of 7. So it's going to be 3rd down and 17. Simpson in front of the eye. Maynard to the near side. Miller over to the far side. I formation. Tony takes the snap, turns, and it's a draw, and Ruff will get it to the 20, to the 21. That's going to be a gain of 2 yards, and it's going to be 4th down and 15. 4th down, 15 yards to go for the 1st down. And that's going to put the Oaks into a punting situation. Clock is stopped momentarily with 8:26 to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, we'll call it the 20. Cremines and Gerald back deep to receive for Hannan Trace. And it's a low snap, but Josh picks it up on the first bounce, and he gets off a high floating kick that is going to be taken by Bevan, and Bevan is going to be dropped at the 45-yard line. Nice coverage.
Good coverage and a smart play to take the kick. Even if he had fair caught it, he was inside Oak Hill territory. They've got good field position the last possession in this one. They've got to do something with it at this point if they expect to play in this ball game.
Clock is moving down to 8 minutes to go in the football game. Hannan Trace with their best field position of the night at the Oak Hill 44-yard line. Bevan comes in motion from left to right. It's a give in there to the fullback, and Saunders will get about a yard from the 44 to the 43, and he got nothing more than that as Chet Adkins made the stop for the Oak Hill Oaks. 7 minutes and 35 seconds of moving. 2nd down and 9 after the 1-yard gain. The Wildcats, no success throwing the football. Tried twice, 1 incomplete, 1 interception. Going out wide to the right is Caldwell. Wing to the left is Bevan. Back to pass is Johnson. Looking long, fires over the middle, and it is caught. And going in for the touchdown is going to be Saunders. No, Scott Caldwell. We scanned the field, there's no flags, and with 7:07 to go in the first half, the Hannan Trace Wildcats are on the boards at 24-6 on the 43-yard touchdown pass, as one of the keys to that play there was the fact that Shad Johnson had all day to look for a receiver.
Had all day. We over-pursued in the secondary going for the interception. And the first thing is to get the runner. The second is the interception. We made a mistake in the defensive secondary that time, and that's a play that Hannan Trace just had to have.
They're gone for 2. I formation, Johnson back to throw, lofts it up. That one's going to be out of the end zone no matter what. So with 7:07 to go in the second quarter, the Oak Hill Oaks lead the Hannan Trace Wildcats by a score of 24-6. We'll be back with a Wildcat kickoff right after this. Cremeens to kickoff. Brad Lewis back deep to receive for the Oaks. It's a high end over end kick. That's going to go up to the up back. That is Larry Davis. He's to the 15-20. Middle of the field, 25-30. Davis will get over the 30 to about the 31. And let's see. That was Robert Adkins on the return. And Caldwell on the stop. So the Oaks are going to set up shop at the 31-yard line with 7 minutes to play in the second quarter, and the Oaks leading by a score of 24-6. The failed conversion there, should Oak Hill fall apart offensively and defensively here, is going to force the Hannan Trace Wildcats to score even 3 more touchdowns before they can get a win. I formation, wing to the right, Miller. Lewis out wide to the right, turns, gives to Ward. Ward straight up the middle, and Bobby will get from the 31 to the 35. Let's see if they mark his knee down at the 35 or the 34. Flannery on the stop in there for Hannan Trace, and it's going to be a 4-yard gain from the 31 to the 35. We'll call it the 35. It's going to be 2nd down 6. Oaks will send Maynard out wide to the right. Going out there right beside him will be Chuck Miller. Mike Simpson tied to the left. They're in the I formation. 2nd down 6. Simpson takes the snap, turns on the option. He'll pitch it to Ruff. Ruff behind him makes a nice play. Ruff to the 25, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds, close to first down yardage. Well, not quite close to first down yardage. Let's see. They're going to knock him out at about the 38, so the Oaks going to be 4 yards shy. So we'll give him only a gain of 3 on the play.
We didn't play well last week in the second quarter, and it looks like the second quarter may be the same for us tonight. I'd like to see us put something together here.
Simpson with Miller as a wing to the right. Takes the pitch out there to Ruff. Ruff to the 40. He's to the outside. 45, 50. Ruff will make it to the 50 and be knocked down over across the way. But Josh Ruff's got enough for the first down as he gets inside the 50 to the 49-yard line. So he goes from the 38. He will pick up 13 yards, and they'll put him down at the 49. So a 13-yard gain by Josh Ruff gives Oak Hill the first down. They break out of the huddle. They'll send Shane Maynard to the far side of the field. That's the short side. Miller will go in a slot that way. Simpson lines up tight to the left. I formation. Tony, 1st down and 10 at the 49. Give to Bobby Ward, and Ward into the clear at the 40. He's inside Hannan Trace territory all the way down to the 35-yard line, maybe the 34, before they brought him down. A nice run in there by Bobby Ward, and again, they give it to him on that little quick trap up the middle, and good blocking in there for Ward as he picks up 15 yards to what we will call the 44-yard line. Make that the 34-yard line in Hannan Trace territory. Simpson in front of the eye, takes the ball, turns. He keeps it himself. He's to the 35-30, head down and fights over the 30 to about the 25. So that time, instead of pitching it, he just keeps it on the counter, and I think that was the play called. He was just supposed to come out from the center with the ball, keeping himself.
Well, he did. If he wasn't, he did a good job of cutting it up. It was there. He's ran real well tonight, and I don't know whether we put up a pass or not, but I don't know we have to if we can run this well the whole game.
Oaks have yet to throw the football. Miller's a wing to the right, Maynard wide to the right, far side. Simpson in front of the eye, gives it to Ward. Ward with a big hole up the middle. He's inside the 20, and let's see, where they marking down? They marking down inside the 20 at about the 18, and that's going to be enough for the first down. A gain of 11. First down and 10 Oak Hill. So as Dick said here just a second ago, Brian, the Oaks don't need to throw when they can run like this.
No, they sure don't. The offensive line is probably doing the best job they have all year, and all the backs are running real well.
Simpson in front of the I formation with, and it's a give to Ward again. He'll bounce off a tackle and break a couple more and get down inside the 10. And let's make that, he's inside the 15 to about the 11-yard line. So I think that may be enough. No, that's not enough for the first down, but we've got a flag down, and if it is, it will be the first, and if it's against Oak Hill, it will be the first penalty against the Oaks. But let's see here what's happening. They're talking to the Oak Hill captain. So Oak Hill, who has had some trouble in the past few games with penalties, I think they had 70 yards in penalties last week, have yet to been flagged for one here tonight.
I was just getting ready to comment that both teams are playing a relatively penalty-free game. I think the only penalty up to this point was a procedure penalty against Hannan Trace, and that's a real good for both teams this late in the first half, not to have any penalties and only 2 on the other team.
I didn't see what the penalty, but it was a 10-yarder, and
12 men on the field.
12 men on the field. So the Oaks, they wipe out Bobby Ward's run and take the penalty. Half the distance will make it a 9-yard penalty, and it's inside the 5-yard line. Oaks have it first down and goal. Simpson in front of the eye, takes the ball, turns, gives to Ward. Ward will fight his way to the end zone, but will be stopped short at about the 6. I think I had him down, the ball down as a line of scrimmage at the 4, but it was actually at about the 9, and it is a first down. So the Oaks have 4 downs from here. With 3 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the second quarter, they lead by a score of 24-6. And they're knocking on the door for their 4th touchdown of the night. They will send Brad Lewis out wide to the right, far side. Chuck Miller will wing that way. In front of the eye, Tony Simpson. Takes the ball, turns, gives to Bobby Ward. Ward forging his way forward behind a nice block by the left side of the offensive line. And he's got the ball down to about the 4. So it's going to be second down and goal from 4 yards out. A gain of a couple. Second down with 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the first half.
Sweep to the right again.
We've had that play 3 times on the point after attempt. They've yet to run it here. We go with split backs. Simpson takes the ball, turns, gives to Ward. Ward off right tackle. We'll get to about the 2, maybe the 1.
2-yard line.
They mark him down at the 2, so that is a gain of 2. It's going to be third down and goal from the 2. This would be a big emotional lift for Hannan Trace should they stop Oak Hill from scoring here.
It'll be a big emotional letdown if they score and we come right back and score again too, Buzz.
The Hannan Trace Wildcats have got the Oaks at a 3rd and 2 from the 2. 2.5 minutes and the clock moving. Again, the Oaks go with split backs behind Tony Simpson. Both ends are tight. Simpson takes the ball, turns, gives to Bobby Ward. Ward isn't going to make it. And it's going to be 4th down and goal. He may not have even made it to the line of scrimmage. Well, they're still going to mark him down right at the 2. It's going to be a slight gain. So it's going to be 4th and goal from 2 yards out. And the Oak Hill Oaks are going to signal for time, and they may be going to let Brad Lewis try a field goal. And then again, maybe not, as Coach Conroy is going to come over here to the huddle, and I think they're going to go with a play.
I think they'll go with the play. I think they'll run it wide. Now, on top of that, I think it's going to be a quarterback option that where Tony can either pitch or take it in himself. That play's worked a couple of times, and I think that's what you're going to see right here.
Big series here for Hannan Trace. If they could stop Oak Hill here with 2 minutes left, of course, 98 yards is a long way to drive, but anything possible.
That's right. Oak Hill had a 95-yard drive last week against Eastern. This would be a big boost for Hannan Trace if they could stop Oak Hill at the 2-yard line. Getting down by as much as they did, as quickly as they did, and what they need is score as often as they possibly can and as quickly as they can.
Timeout on the field. Oak Hill leading 24-6. They got it 4th and goal from the 2. We'll be back right after this. Third line. Coach Conroy went into the huddle, called the play. Let's see what happens. Simpson on the option, pitch to Ruff. Ruff trying to get to the outside, and he's just too fast. Josh Ruff just a little too quick.
Yeah, and they run the option. I thought Tony should have kept it longer, but I guess somebody was coming in there and he had to pitch it a little earlier, probably than what he wanted to pitch it.
Minute and 58 to go. The Oak Hill Oaks go up 30-6. Oaks again out of the split backs will go for the 2-point try. Simpson under center. This time he gives the ball to Ward, but he didn't get it as the ball was fumbled. And with a minute and 58 seconds to go in the first half, the Oak Hill Oaks lead 30-6. We'll be back with the Oak Hill kickoff in just a moment. Josh Ruff, and let's see, we're going to get a penalty called against the Oak Hill Oaks for offside. Dick, you had a comment.
Yeah, that drive, 68 yards, I believe, in 10 plays, something like that. Big, devastating blow to Hannan Trace. If they want to win this ball game from here on out, they've got to leave their game plan. They've got to leave Cremines in the backfield to block, and they've got to throw the football. There's no question about it now.
They threw it before you kicked it.
Offsides 18.
Ruff will try it again. This time, again, he tops it. It'll come up to one of the upbacks, and he fumbles the football. And then a sea of black comes in, and Hannan Trace falls on the ball at about the 37-yard line, and they'll take it there. 1st down and 10 with 1:54 to play in the football game. And as Dick said, the Hannan Trace Wildcats, who will start this drive from the 37-yard line, will have to get away from the game plan they had coming in, and they're just about going to have to throw the football. And we may see a little bit of that here with a minute and 40 seconds to play in the half, and Oak Hill up 30-6. Caldwell split out wide to the right. Back to pass is Johnson. Johnson looking to his right, and he is going to roll to his right under pressure, and he throws it, and let's see, it's going to be incomplete. Almost an interception in there by Larry Davis, the strong safety, which will stop the clock with a minute and 26 to play. Brian, you see a little bit of the indication of what Hannan Trace is probably going to have to do. They're going to have to throw the football as a flag is down.
Yeah, I watched the wide receivers of Hannan Trace come off the line that time, and those guys are quick. They're real quick. So Oak Hill's going to have to watch that they don't get beat deep, because this quarterback for this Johnson has shown that he's got a good arm when he threw the touchdown pass.
The penalty against Hannan Trace for blocking below the waist. So that's a 15-yarder. Wildcats penalized 15 yards all the way back to about the 22-yard line. In motion goes Caldwell. Back to pass is Johnson, and he's not going to go anywhere as he couldn't find anybody open, and the middle of the Oak Hill defensive line led in there by Brent Michael, and Chet Atkins makes the stop So with 1:10 and the clock moving, the Hannan Trace Wildcats wanting to throw, but now in a situation where it's 2nd down and 30, and we may just see them eat the football here for a couple of plays and try to go into the half with just this 30-6 deficit. Caldwell will split out wide to the right. 2nd down, 30, Johnson, and it's going to be the draw, and that doesn't fool anybody, but the fullback, Saunders, gets away, and he breaks a couple of tackles and gets out over the 20-yard line, make that the 30, out to about the 31 or 32, so it's going to be 3rd down and about 6 or 7 yards to go for the 1st down as they bring it out over the 30 to the 32. And let's make that, it's going to be 3rd down and about 15 yards to go. Wildcats call for timeout with just 6 seconds remaining in the first half. Oak Hill leading 36. We'll be back in just a moment. Hannan Trace time back in, only 6 seconds left. This will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. The Oaks are back for deep to try to stop anything getting behind him. Shad Johnson breaks a tackle. He fires it down long, and it's going to be picked off, knocked away, and that's going to be into the first half with a score. The Oak Hill Oaks 30, the Hannan Trace Wildcats 6. We'll be back with some comments.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the 1988 Marching Oaks halftime show. The Oaks field commanders are Rhonda Carpenter and Susie Tall. Our flag captain is Stacy Miller, and our head majorette is Pam Reese. The Marching Oaks are under the direction of Mr. Del Llewellyn. Tonight's show will open with that ever-popular Wipeout featuring the percussion section. Next, they will play an old favorite, I Get Around, and then they will end the show by playing one of Whitney Houston's hits, Didn't We Almost Have It All?
Okay, the Hannan Trace Wildcats receive the opening kickoff to start the second half, and a flag is down as we almost missed the play. So we'll wait and see what the flag is for. We may have an illegal hit.
That was, I don't know whether it's a legal hit or not. It was a good hit on the ball carrier to take him down, and he's going to stay down. I think that was Davis that hit him, and that was the biggest hit we've seen in the ball game yet.
The winner for tonight's gift certificate from Smith Flower Shop is Katie Wilson.
He got through.
Yeah, Larry Davis, 26. That's the injured player is Larry Gerald.
He had him right there.
Penalty flag thrown against the Hannan Trace Wildcats for an illegal hit, and it moves them back 15 yards. So we will see, they will have it first down and 10 at about the 23-yard line. First down and 10 from the 23. See what they do here. They trail 30-6. First offensive series of the second half. Chad Johnson back to pass, looking long. Still plenty of time to throw. Fires it over the middle, and it's almost caught on the exact same play that resulted in a touchdown. The throw attempted to Scott Caldwell, and he almost had another one, Dick.
He was open, and the pass was well thrown. He just dropped it. We have a flag on the play. I don't know what it is. I think they've got to come out throwing, but I think they've got to go with some shorter, quicker hitting patterns and hoping that the receiver can break a tackle and get loose.
Okay, let's see who the flag's going to be on. It looks like it may be against the Oaks. As see what we got. It's going to be a major mark-off of 15 yards, which is going to give the Hannan Trace Wildcats a first down. And personal foul against Oak Hill, a forearm to the head, so probably against the quarterback. So it's going to be first down and 10 for the Wildcats. So the Oaks, or the Wildcats, pick up the 15 yards on the play because of the penalty. First penalty of the ball game against the Oaks, the second rather. And it's Shad Johnson back to pass again. Same play and same formation. He's going long, and as he's got a man wide open down at the Oak Hill 30-yard line and going the other way and still breaking tackles on his feet. 20, 15, 10, 5. Let's see if he made it in. Touchdown. Let's see who that is. That is J.J. Bevan. Scanned the field and no flags, as I did not see who he was supposed to have been guarded by, but somebody lost their man, Dick.
He just slipped behind the safeties and got open, and there was nobody close to him. Again, I don't know who he lost, but he lost them all back there, and he was wide open. Then after he caught it, then he broke a couple of tackles, some poor tackling by Oak Hill that time.
So Bevan goes about 55 yards, 56 yards for the touchdown on the pass. They'll go for the two-point conversion. I formation, Bevan comes in motion. Shad Johnson takes the ball, turns, gives in there to the fullback, and he's in. That is carrying the football in there is not McPherson, but Scott Caldwell. Make that Todd Saunders, and he scores the two-point conversion, and they are back in the football game, Dick.
That's what they had to do. They had to take the first possession, get back in there to establish some momentum. Now it's up to Oak Hill to come back, and they've got to put the ball in there and get a good drive of their own going and put some points on the board again.
Hannan Trace will be kicking off to the Oak Hill Oaks. Dick, this is a big series for Oak Hill here, too. If they can drive down and answer this touchdown, they can build the lead back.
They don't necessarily have to score, but they have to move the football, show Hannan Trace they can move it, establish some field position, get the ball deep in the Hannan Trace territory at the very least. If they give it up a penalty, a turnover, something, and give up good field position, they can put Hannan Trace right back in this ball game.
Okay, the Oaks with Brad Lewis back deep to receive the kick. Cremines will kick it, and it will be a low kick that is going to be taken by an up back. That is Larry Davis. 35, breaks the tackle to the 40 and across the 40 to the 41. And the Oaks are going to take over in decent field position with 11 minutes and 19 seconds to go in the third quarter. And the Oak Hill Oaks is holding a 30-14 lead. So this is a big offensive series here for the Oak Hill Oaks, Brian.
Yeah, they have to move the ball down the field like they did in the first half. And like Dick said, they not necessarily have to score, but they have to show that they can still move the ball, that this big play didn't hurt them.
First down and 10 from their 41. Wing to the right is Miller. Turn, give to Ward. Ward to the 45, and he'll pick up 5 yards to the 46. So the Oaks continuing to run on the ground. In that first half, the Oaks had over 200 yards all on the ground. And Bobby Ward keeps his, he had 124 yards on 18 carries, add 6 more to that. 130 yards. His best was 145 yards 2 weeks ago in the win over Rock Hill. Out wide to the right is Shane Maynard. In the slot to the right is Chuck Miller. I formation behind Tony Simpson. Second down and 4. Turn, give to Ward again, and Ward's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage. He will get virtually nothing, and it's going to be third down and 4. So they stack it up in the middle on that play, Dick.
Yeah, the last thing in the world we need is 3 downs and out. Turn the ball over, even though, you know, we probably would get pretty good field position with a decent punt. We need to make some first downs right here.
Clock moving, 10 minutes to go, third period. Oaks lead 30-14. Hannan Trace taking their opening drive in for a touchdown. Lewis will go wide right, Miller in a slot that way. Oaks in the eye. Tony Simpson, or rather Mike Simpson, tied to the left. Simpson takes the pass, and Mike Simpson, and the ball's tipped, and he was open, but a nice defensive play there. I think the defensive end read that one.
He did, and the pass was still there. It was just a little high and off his fingertips, and almost intercepted. I'd say, you know, we're going to be 3 downs and out, but was lucky there that we didn't lose it at midfield. Now we get at least a chance to punt deep.
Okay, so that's going to force Oak Hill into a punting situation. High snap, but Ruff gets off a high floating kick that is going to have to be called a fair catch, and it gets an Oak Hill roll And let's see where they mark it. The line of scrimmage was the 46-yard line. And it's going to be a punt of about 40 yards. And the Hannan Trace Wildcats are going to set up shop at about the 15-yard line. They'll have it there, first down and 10 with 9:29 to go in the third quarter. And if they can score on this drive, Dick, that's going to put them back into the situation where they no longer have to pass to pick up the scores.
Yeah, they scored so fast on the opening drive. It only took 34 seconds to open up the second half and score a touchdown. They score here, and they're back in the ball game.
Caldwell goes wide to the right. Shad Johnson back to pass. Looking to his right, and he throws it, and it's caught, but he is hit and dropped by Steve Snyder. And let's see who got that ball. That was Brad Cremines, and Stevie Snyder at 308 pounds fell on him, and Cremines is not getting up.
Well, they probably knocked the wind out of him. I think he fell on the football, probably knocked the wind out of him. And, that's about a 10-yard loss or 9-yard loss at least, and that's the kind of pressure Oak Hill has to put on them. They can't give Johnson the time to pass they give him earlier.
Last play, Hannan Trace faced with a second down 18. J.J. Beavan goes in motion right to left. Back to pass is Johnson. Johnson will air it out, and it's going to be intercepted by Shane Maynard at the 30, down the sideline 20, east to the 15, and out of bounds across the way at about the 12. And let's see if a flag was thrown. It was. A flag thrown over on the far sideline, and I don't know if that's going to be against the Oaks or the Hannan Trace Wildcats, but something happened out of bounds.
I didn't see a flag, Buzz. Are you sure one was thrown?
It's laying over on the sideline, so let's see what.
Clipping.
It's going to be called a clip against the Oaks, so that is going to wipe out a nice return by Shane Maynard, and it's going to move the ball backwards, but still the Oaks with very good field position on a nice defensive play.
Well, that's the problem you run into when you get deep in your own territory and you're in a position where you still have to throw the ball. There's a lot of things can go wrong. Two of them went wrong that time for Hannan Trace. They lost 8 yards on one pass, and then they throw the interception. And Oak Hill is starting to play the pass a little bit better now.
Okay, it's line of scrimmage is going to be the 29-yard line. Oaks have it first down and 10 there. I formation behind Tony Simpson. Simpson takes the snap turn. It's going to be the option. He'll pitch it to Ruff. Ruff will get to the outside with a block east of the 25, 20, 15, and out of bounds. And let's see. Ruff brought down over there. And it's going to be a nice run in there by Josh Ruff as Tony Simpson kept it to the last possible second.
Yeah, he run that option well that time. He kept it out there until he had people committed to him. Then pitched it out to Ruff. He's got second, less than a yard probably now. So, again, Oak Hill's in a position where they can do about whatever they want to.
Oak Hill has it first down and 1 at the 20. Second down and 1 at the 20. I formation with a wing to the right. Simpson will give it to Ward. Ward inside the 20, and he will fight for yardage to about the 16. And it's going to be first down and 10 there with 8 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the third quarter.
First down, 10 for the Oaks.
Start the clock. Oh, that's right. They had a first down. They have to move chains, don't they? I saw the clock not started, and I was telling them to start the clock. First down and 10. Ball at the 16-yard line. Split backs behind Tony Simpson. Takes the ball, turns, gives to Ward. Ward will try the left side, and he's brought down in there by the tackle on that side, on the right side, Todd Saunders. Fullback on offense, defensive tackle on defense, and there was a small gain on the play of 2 yards. It's going to be second down and 8 as it goes inside the 15-yard line to the 14. Shane Maynard will split out wide to the right. It'll be Chuck Miller in a slot to the right. Bobby Ward steps up and says something to Tony Simpson, getting the count or the call. I formation. Ruff dots the I. Simpson on a long count, takes the snap, gives to Ward. Ward breaks by the line of scrimmage, and he's down near the 10. So it's going to be about 4 yards shy of the first down as he's got to get to about the 6. And it's going to be third down and 4. 7 minutes to play, third period.
Looks like Hannan Trace is trying to tackle the football. When you do that, is when you're going to break a lot of tackles and pick up extra yardage, and I think that's what happened on that. They're going for the football, not the runner.
I would look for something to the outside this time. Lewis will go wide right. Miller in the slot that way. Split backs behind Tony Simpson. Third down and 4 at the 10. Tony turns, gives the ball in there to Ward, and Ward is not going to get anything. He got just inside the 10, so it's going to be fourth down. I was looking for something to the outside. That's probably what Oak Hill thought Hannan Trace would be looking for, and they didn't get anything.
I think you can look for the option again. Once again, we ran it down here for a touchdown. We ran it short just a few plays ago for 9 yards. I think you can look for the quarterback option again, probably this time to the right side.
No gain on that last play. Still 4 yards to go. It's 4th and 4. Chuck Miller splits wide to the right. Out here wide to the left is Shane Maynard. The I formation this time behind Tony Simpson. And whistles and flags and the option. And we get the option one play late, but let's see what the flags are for. If this is against Hannan Trace, nope, it's against Oak Hill. Illegal procedure. So that's going to move it from 4th and 3 to 4th and 8 with 5:55 to play in the third quarter. Oaks have yet to score in this period as they took a 30-6 lead in. Hannan Trace took the opening kickoff and got a touchdown on a 56-yard pass from Shad Johnson to J.J. Beaven. They scored the 2-point conversion, and the score stands 30-14. Oak Hill attacked with their third penalty of the night. It's going to be 4th down and 8. 4th and 8, close to 4th and 9. Call it 4th and 9. Split backs behind Tony Simpson. Simpson takes the snap, rolling to his right to throw. Got Ruff out of the backfield, but he does not have the first down. And the Hannan Trace Wildcats with the defensive stand is able to take over on downs. And we'll see where they mark the ball down. It went from the 15 and got yardage to the 10. So they gained 5, came up 4 yards short of the first down. And Hannan Trace is going to take over, but deep in their own territory. 90 yards from a score with 5:27 to go in the third quarter, the clock moving. Oaks have a 2-touchdown advantage. It's Caldwell, and in the slot is Gerald. Gerald goes in motion, right to left. Shad Johnson gives the ball off in there to Cremines, and Cremines will get out to about the 15-yard line. Making the tackle in there for the Oak Hill Oaks was Bates. Bates on the stop. It's going to be second down and about 5 yards to go. So he goes from the 10 to the 15, just outside the 15. We'll call it second down and 4. Second and a long 4. I think that's their first rushing play of this half. Shad Johnson will send Bevan in motion right to left. Takes the snap in front of the eye, turns, and it's a give in there to Cremines, and Cremines is going nowhere as Snyder stuffed up the hole on the right side, and it's going to be third down as they thought the Oaks were going to be looking past there, and Cremines was hit and dropped. And we'll wait for him to move the flag. They're not going to move it anywhere as Ten-Eye, Danny Holback's down here over there with the down markers. There's no gain on the play. 4:05 to go in the third quarter with the clock moving. Trace needs to get something going. Definitely look for the pass here. Maybe a trick play as Cremines brings him to the line with Cremines going. Let's make that Bevan going in motion. It's a pitch out here to Brad Cremines, and down he goes. It's going to be fourth down. Brought down in there by Bates, and let's see. Also in there was Chet Adkins. So it's going to be fourth down and 2. Definitely no gamble going to be pulled off here by Hannan Trace because there's still a lot of time left. Oak Hill scored 24 points in the first quarter. Have scored only once since.
This is probably why I'm not coaching. Here's where I'd gamble. I don't think they're going to be looking for it, and I think this would be a perfect place for it. I think Oak Hill's got to be careful.
Line of scrimmage at about the 18. Lewis and Ruff back deep. Snap. and it's a high, wobbly kick that Ruff is going to let hit in front of him, and it's going to take a Wildcat bounce and go into Oak Hill territory and be dropped at about the 42-yard line. So the punt come from the 19. That's 31 yards. Add 8 more to that. Make it a 39-yard punt. And the Oak Hill Oaks are going to take over with 3 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the third quarter with a 30-14 lead. So the Hannan Trace Wildcats are doing a job defensively on the Oaks here in the second half. The Oaks have moved the ball, but have been unable to put a score on. Brad Lewis goes wide to the right. Miller in the slot that way. I formation behind Simpson, turns, and it's a pitch to Ruff. Ruff will get to the outside of the 40 and down after a gain of only 1 yard. As coming up quickly to make the stop in there for the Hannan Trace Wildcats was Larry Gerald, and there was no gain on the play, and it's going to be second down and 10. Oaks have attempted just one pass here this evening. That was incomplete. All their offensive output has come on the ground.
Hey, Buzzy. Matt wants you to announce that he loves Kerry Clegg. Matt. Do it. Please, buddy, please. He wants you to. He does.
You go tell everybody. This all comes down to the
You can.
He'll give me the trouble.
Really?
Second down and 10 from the 42-yard line. Oaks have Maynard wide right, Miller in the slot that way. I formation, Simpson on the option. Pitch comes back to Ruff. Ruff around the corner at the 40, and he'll get to the 45. They may give him yardage to the 46. They will. 4-yard gain, and Ruff unable to get completely around the corner. It's a gain of, we'll call it 4, and make it third down and 6.
2 things on that play. Number 1 was an excellent block by Simpson. Number 2 was a pursuit on Hannan Trace. Jackie Swain came up from behind and ran him down. That was a good pursuit for Hannan Trace.
Third down and 6. Line of scrimmage, we'll call it just outside the 45. We'll call it the 45-yard line. Miller wide to the left near side, or right side. Lewis to the near side. Simpson in front of the eye, and he draws Hannan Trace offside. So the Oaks, who usually go on the quick count most of the game, and whenever they get in a situation like this when they need 4 or 5 yards with a third down, they try to draw the opposition offside, and they're able to do it.
It's worked 2 times tonight, and it's real easy to do. All you do is go on the same snap count most of the game, and you only use that long count occasionally. And the other thing you can do with that, they're usually waiting on it. You can also go on a short count and kind of catch them by surprise a lot of times too.
That moves the ball right to midfield, where the Oaks will have it third down and 2 with the clock moving, 1:14 to go in the third quarter. Split backs this time behind Simpson with Maynard wide to the left. Wing right is Chuck Miller. Turns, gives to Bobby Ward, and Ward is not going to get the first down. He's going to be stopped a yard short. So the Oaks electing to go right up the middle where they were successful in the first half, and they've been unable to be successful here in the second half. So the line of scrimmage will be the 49-yard line. Ruff will drop back to punt. 4th down and 1. Bevan and Gerald back deep, and Ruff gets off a high wobbly kick that Gerald is going to take at about the 20, and good coverage by the Oak Hill defense, and he gets maybe a yard.
Since the long pass in the first 30 seconds of the first half, Oak Hill's done exactly what they've had to do. They've kept the ball deep in Hannan Trace territory. They've kept it down there with good defense and made them go the entire length of the field. They just haven't been able to put anything else together.
31 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The Oaks continue to lead by a score of 30-14. Coach Conroy in the locker room at halftime wanted to really come out offensively and put this game away, but the Oaks have been unable to do that. Out of the huddle they come. Larry Gerald will go wide to the left. I formation behind Chad Johnson. He drops straight back to pass. Looking to his right, in trouble. Rolling to his left. He'll fire deep downfield with a receiver open, and it's almost intercepted as playing center field out there for the Oaks with Shane Maynard. And they're giving them a lot of cushion there, Dick, and they're, instead of covering the receiver, they're trying to get the interception, and it's cost them twice.
It's cost him twice, but what he's doing is the pass is so long, he arcs the ball way up in the air, and it gives our people, or he did that time, and it gave our people a lot of time to get over there. And I think if you look at a replay of that, Chuck Miller was behind him, so we had one person on the receiver and one person going for the ball. That's the way you play that play.
2 seconds left in the third quarter. This will be the last play of the quarter. Twin receivers out wide to the left, single receiver out wide to the right. Shad Johnson back to throw, and it's a screen, and it's incomplete. As the pass was intended, I think, for Swain. It was. Bobby Ward was there to stop it had it been complete. And that's the end of the third quarter with a score. The Oak Hill Oaks 30, the Hannan Trace Wildcats 14. We'll be back with the final 12 minutes of football right after this. Heading into the final 12 minutes of football, Hannan Trace faced with a 3rd down and 10. Receivers wide both to the left and to the right is Shad Johnson. He's in trouble, and it's going to be, let's see, they're going to call it an incomplete pass. As looking over across the way, he had Saunders open and almost looking, the Oak Hill fans anyway, were looking for intentional grounding, but he did have a receiver there.
He had a receiver in the area, but the receiver was covered by Snyder, so the play was going to probably lose yardage regardless of whether he completed it or not.
Hannan Trace will have to punt it. Line of scrimmage, the 24-yard line. 4th down and 10. Brad Cremeen's back deep. Lewis and Ruff back deep to receive the kick for Oak Hill. Not much of a rush, and it's a bad kick off the side of his foot, but it may take a Hannan Trace bounce as it's going to roll out of bounds at about the 49-yard line. And Oak Hill's going to have it 1st down and 10 with 11 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the football game and leading 30-14. Oak Hill giving up an average of only 7 points a game coming into this football game, 28 through 4. So the 5th game, 42 points. That'll go up to about 8.5 points a game. Defensive, should they hold Hannan Trace out of the end zone here. Line of scrimmage, the 49-yard line. Oaks have it there 1st down and 10. They send Brad Lewis out wide to the left. Far side, Chuck Miller over here to the near side. I formation behind Tony Simpson. As Simpson takes the ball, turns. Option comes to Ruff. Ruff to the 50, gets a block 45, and another one at the 40, and breaks a tackle at the 40. He's down to about the 36, and we're going to get a clip called against Oak Hill. I think they're going to get Chuck Miller with an illegal block on the defensive back as he got him from behind, so that will mark off a 15-yard mark-off against Oak Hill and may force Oak Hill to have to throw the football.
I don't know whether it's forcing us to throw the football. We keep talking this game like it's real close. You know, they've got to score 3 times in the 4th quarter to beat us. I think, no, twice.
They would have to score twice to tie us. So
they need 3 scores. We need to run the clock. And, you know, we've been able to pick up some yardage on the ground other than here late in the 3rd quarter. And I think, you know, just pick up some yardage, let the clock run.
Shane Maynard takes the play in from the sideline. It was only a 10-yard penalty. Miller's been getting that block most of the evening, so one mistake, we won't count that against him too much. Going out wide to the left is Chuck Miller. Nope, that's Shane Maynard. Slot that way is Chuck Miller. Split backs this time behind Tony Simpson. Takes the ball, turns, and is a give to Ruff. Ruff to the 45, cuts across the grain to midfield and down as he picks up 8 of the 10 yards lost on the penalty. And this time there's no flags, and it's going to be 2nd down. 2nd down and about 12 to go as it goes from the 39-yard line to the 49. This time Lewis will split out wide to the left. Chuck will go in a slot that way. I formation behind Simpson. Simpson takes the ball. He'll pitch it back to Ruff. And Hannan Trace with good pursuit, and Ruff goes back the other way. Ruff trying to give ground, and he isn't going to get anywhere, though, as he'll lose yardage all the way back inside the 45 as his outside contain was cut off, or outside blocking, and he gave ground and went back the other way and lost, but it was a heads-up play anyway.
It was a heads-up play, but let's give Hannan Trace credit on defense. They turned it in. They had pursuit out there, and their people on the other side stayed home where he couldn't come back. Hannan Trace played that really well. What Oak Hill needs to do now is pick up 5, 6, 7 yards out to the 50, punt, and get Hannan Trace back bad field position.
3rd down and 18, a loss of 5 on that play from the 49 back to the 44. Split back, Simpson. And Simpson will set up a screen over here to Ruff with blockers in front of him. Ruff to the 45. Ruff will cut it back to the 50. And he will get inside Trace territory and back to the original line of scrimmage where it's going to be 4th down and 10 for the Oaks. So the Oaks set up the screen and almost break it.
Good call. It was a safe pass. Good call. Picked up the yardage they needed. Now if Ruff can get off a good punt, we put Hannan Trace back deep in their own territory with about 9 minutes left to play.
49-yard line, the line of scrimmage. Ruff gets off the punt. It will land at the 20, roll to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and it will be down at about the 1. They stop it at the 1-yard line, so a 48-yard punt from the 49 to the 1-yard line, which will force Hannan Trace to go 99 yards.
That's right, and that's what we needed to do. And Robert Atkins, I think, is 32, came down the field, made a good play to keep his feet in from going over the goal line, stopping the ball before it went over, and then he went in. He played an excellent play on that.
Nice play on there by the Oaks as they get Hannan Trace where they want them, back with their backs to the wall.
Yeah, their backs are really up against the wall this time. Josh has been punting well all night long, and the down men got down there real fast. The first man batted the ball back, and then I think it was Chucky Miller down the ball there at the 1.
1st down and 10 from the 1. And it is going to be a give to Saunders, and Saunders gets by the line of scrimmage and all the way out to the 8-yard line. So a nice run by Saunders.
Good run. What can you say? They blocked well at the line of scrimmage. You got it out to the 8, got it out territory. They're out there where they can throw the ball now. I'm sure they didn't want to throw back at the 1.
Gain of 8. It's going to be 2nd down and 3. The play comes in from the sidelines. 8 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the football game. Oak Hill with the 16-point lead, scoring all their points in the first half. 24 of them in the first quarter. Saunders with split backs behind him. 2nd down and 3. Give to Cremines. And Cremines is going to lose all the way back inside the 5 as Bobby Ward comes in. No, let's make that Mike Simpson. Mike Simpson, number 83. So nice defensive play by the defensive end, Mike Simpson, only a sophomore.
Good defensive play, and I'll tell you what, we've got a lot of good sophomores, freshmen, and even in the lower grades coming up. I can't see Oak Hill doing anything but getting better as the years go on with the players we have down in the lower grades. He made a great play on that.
It's going to be 3rd down 7. Would appear to set up a passing situation, but maybe not this deep in their territory. And let's see, we got Caldwell over here wide to the right. Nobody over here to cover him. And finally, Larry Davis spots him. And Shad Johnson rolls back close to his end zone to throw, and down he goes. And let's see who it is that makes the stop. Mike Simpson again. So Simpson comes up with 2 fine defensive plays and is going to force the pass. And Dick, if Larry Davis, well, I think probably more than anything else, Chad Johnson didn't see Saunders over here with nobody covering him.
Well, Davis got over in time to cover him. I'll tell you what Oak Hill's really doing well is on the pass rushes. They're containing the quarterback in the pocket to get him.
And it will be a high wobbly kick that will land and take an Oak Hill bounce back the other way, and is going to be down inside the 30 at about the 28. The line of scrimmage was at about the 2, so that is a 26-yard punt, but is going to set Oak Hill up in very good field position with 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the football game, and hopefully the Oaks can pick up another score here with getting the ball with this excellent a field position.
Oh, this is excellent field position. They can not only run time off the clock, but they may be able to punch it in the end zone here.
6.5 minutes left. Miller wide left. Rather right, Lewis wide to the left, I formation, and it is a pitch to Ruff. Ruff to the 30, 25, Ruff around a corner, 20, Josh to the 15, back against the grain at the 10, and he's going to be driven down hard at about the 5-yard line, and a flag is down. Flag is down, and it's going to be a clip against Oak Hill. And I think it was against Chuck Miller again, because I thought I saw the official throw up a 2 and a 4, and Chuck grabbed his face mask in disgust. So let's see where they marked the penalty flag from, and if that penalty came, it came after or near the end of the run. So a bad play.
Yeah, that was a bad play. he had the outside. Everybody was contained in the middle except for 2 players. That wasn't a smart play at all.
Okay, Ruff picks up from the 28 to the 14 where the penalty occurred, so he will get credit for yardage to there, and then the 15-yard mark-off will set it back to where the Oaks have it now, first down and 11. So a 14-yard gain and a 15-yard penalty. First down and 11 yards to go. Chuck Miller wide left. Simpson over here, or rather... and it is a pitch to Josh, and Josh is going to have to fall on it all the way back at the 40. You got to give that loss to Tony Simpson, as that was a bad pitch.
Well, there have been a couple of pitches behind Ruff tonight that he's turned around, caught, and then made yardage out of, and that was just a little too far behind him for him to come back and get. That's going to happen. Again, the clock's running, so as long as we've got the ball and running the ball and the clock's running, this game's getting further and further out of hand.
Okay, that loss came from the 30-yard line all the way back to the 41, make that 39, so it's a 9-yard loss. Brad Lewis wide left, Chuck Miller to the right, Simpson in front of the eye, turns, gives the ball in there to Bobby Ward, and Ward will get to the 40 and inside the 35 to about the 34. That's going to be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it second down, make that third down. Third down and about 15 yards to go for the first down. So the Oaks in 4-down territory will more than likely try to pick up that possibly on a pass.
I don't look for them to put the ball in the air, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they don't get some yardage that they'll punt.
Line of scrimmage, the 34. Shane Maynard over here to the near side. Chucky Miller to the left. Simpson in front of the eye. Takes the snap. Looking for Maynard. Shane back there. And Shane can't handle it. Shane had it and then dropped it as he was hit on a good defensive play in there by Caldwell. So Caldwell gets a big play there and prevents what would have been a first and goal situation.
He did. He made a real good play on that, making the hit after the ball was there. I was a little surprised we threw. I thought we might try to run some clock. Of course, I thought we might try a punt here, and we're going to go for it here, too.
It's going to be fourth down, 15 yards to go. Not really a big offensive play for Oak Hill, but the fact that there's only 4:42 to go in the game, and Oak Hill leading by 16 points. Brad Lewis over here to the near side. Chucky Miller to the right. Simpson back to pass, and wide open is Lewis, and Lewis overthrown by Simpson, and good play.
Real good play on Hannan Trace's part. They had the interception. It was there, and if he had caught it down there, they would have had the ball inside the 10-yard line again. As it is, they get pretty decent field position out of this. The only problem is there's only 4.5 minutes left to play. They've got to score twice with extra points, score 16 points just to tie, and that's highly unlikely. It's possible, though.
Okay, Hannan Trace will have it. First down and 10 from the 34. Look for Shad Johnson to fill the air with footballs here. As the Oaks lead by 16, they almost have to throw. Receivers wide to the left and to the right. Caldwell and Bevan. Back to pass is Shad Johnson. Got a man open across the middle, and dropping the ball was Swain, and Swain was wide open.
Wide open. I think he tried to run before he caught the football because it hit him right square in the hands. A real good pass under pressure. It just hit him in the hands, and he tried to run before he had the football and dropped it to the ground.
Had to stop the clock with exactly 4 minutes and 30 seconds to play. It's going to be second down and 10. They break the huddle, and they will send Brad Cremines wide to the right. They got Bevan in a slot to the left with Caldwell, single set back behind, and it's going to be the draw to Caldwell, and making the stop outside the 40 at the 41 was Larry Davis, and Caldwell is going to make that Saunders is going to be slow to get up, but it's going to be fourth down and 2. And I think Saunders got up after the hit, but he went down immediately. And it's going to be fourth down. And it's going to make that third down and a short 3.
Tell you what, Davis, when he hits, he punishes when he hits. That's about the third kid that he's tackled that's had to leave the game and being shaken up. And I think Hannan Trace is in a real predicament now. They got third and about 3. Do you run the football and get the first down and run the clock, or do you throw it? and I think they've got to throw it twice. I think they've got to stop the clock all the time.
With the injury on the field, timeout. Oak Hill leads 30-14. We'll be right back. Race ready to go. Third down, 3 yards to go, and it will be a give in there to Saunders, and he got the first down as he goes to the 45-yard line. That will be a gain of 4, and it will be first down and 10 from the 45. Snyder on the stop in there for Oak Hill. Clock is moving with 3:55 to go in the football game. Brian Eggers checked out as Derek Dunnavant went in. Now we got the I formation. First down and 10 from the 45. Shad Johnson back to pass. In trouble, and down he goes. Coming in was Mike Simpson, the defensive end, and he drops him for a loss all the way back to the 30. Let's see, they're going to actually mark him down inside the 30 at the 29. The line of scrimmage is the 45, so that is a 16-yard loss. And it's going to be second down and 26. That really puts him in a hole.
Broke through clean there, and the big thing is the clock's moving. We're down to around 3 minutes left to play. They've got to score twice to tie, and they're not hustling either. They're not running back to the huddle. Looks to me like they've just about given up at this point.
Hannan Trace taking their time getting out of the huddle. They've got it second down 26 at the 29-yard line in their territory. Receivers wide to the left. J.J. Bevan comes in motion right to left. Shad Johnson, and he's rolling out on the option. He wants to pitch and does to Cremines, but he's cut off. And now he gives ground and goes back the other way. Chuck Miller in pursuit. He gets around the corner, 435, 40, 45, and down over across the way as he gets back to the original line of scrimmage and a couple of yards beyond. And Brent Michael brings him down at about the 48. So he goes 29 yards on what turned in, what was a play that maybe would have got back to the line of scrimmage in a 29-yard gain.
Got good speed. We did a good job getting angles on him, getting him out of bounds over there. And that's a good run, real good run.
From the 29 to the 48. It's going to be third down and 6 yards to go. Clock stopped on the out of bounds with 2:25 remaining. Hannan Trace definitely in a 4-down situation. They have to go for it if they can't pick it up here. Power, and it's Shad Johnson to throw, and making the catch was Swain at the 50 at the Oak Hill 49, and it is enough for the first down. No, it isn't either. He's going to be 5 yards, make that 4 yards shy of the first down. He needed 6, and he gains only 2. Rosalie Reese here in front of the press box. It's going to be fourth down and 4. They're got to go for it.
Oh, they're not going to punt now. You know, stranger things have happened, but the clock's still running. We're under 2 minutes now. They call timeout. Very poor choice on their part to let the clock run that much. I don't think they've called another timeout. They've only got 2 left. They could score here, get an onside kick, score again, but I would think that the best they can do right now is tie, and they've got to throw long.
1:55 left in the game. Timeout on the field with a score. Oak Hill 30, Hannan Trace 14. We'll be right back. Fourth down and 4 from the 49-yard line. Wide to the right is Caldwell. Slot that way is J.J. Bevan. And it is a counter play to Bevan, and he's trying to juke step his way to a first down, and he can't do it. As making a nice defensive play there was Chuck Miller and Chris Bates, as Chuck Miller held his spot where he was supposed to be. That is his, that's the job he's supposed to do, and he stopped the play.
He sure did. Chucky never went for the fake, and he got Bevans right by the midsection, brought him down.
It was a gain of 2. He came up 2 yards short of the first down, so the Oaks have it first down and 10 from their 47. They have a 16-point lead and the football. They will send Brad Lewis out wide to the left. Slot that way Chuck Miller. Nope, Miller breaks out here as a wide receiver to the right. Now they break out of the eye to split backs. Tony Simpson gives to Ward. Ward will dance to the 50, to the 45. Bobby all the way down to the 41 in Hannan Trace territory. So Ward picks up more than 10 yards. Ward picks up 11. And it's going to be first down and 10 Oak Hill. So Bobby Ward, with that carry, may well have broken his personal high, which was 145 yards against Rock Hill. I think he's got more than that here. He had 124 yards in the first half. Shane Maynard wide to the left. Chuck Miller wide to the right. Split backs behind Simpson. Give to Ward. Ward to the 45. And he will pick up about 3 yards. They may give him a 4-yard gain. Nope, we'll call it a 5-yard gain. As he goes from the 41, let's see, they reset that. And they'll give him a 4-yard gain from the 41 to the 37. Under a minute to play, 39 seconds. Oaks have got this one wrapped up. They'll go to 4-1. Hannan Trace will fall to 4-2. The Oaks will remain unbeaten in league play at 3-0. Hannan Trace will fall to 2-1. I formation behind Simpson. Ward right up next to Tony. Maybe going to take the snap and fall down. He does. So Hannan Trace with no more timeouts left. That will be the last play as the Oak Hill Oaks are going to win it by a final score of 30-14. We'll be back with some comments and a wrap-up right after this. I'm out. I don't know why. Apparently they just want the game to go the full extent of the 32 minutes that we play, or make that 48 minutes that we play. So hopefully what they're hoping for is a break and at least a score.
Yeah, I guess so. You never give up no matter what the score is, or you shouldn't. And they didn't. They played a good second half. They're not going to win the ball game, but they played a pretty decent second half, and we didn't have the killer instinct to put them away.
Simpson will take the snap, and he'll drop back on one leg. Down it goes. That's it. The final score, Oak Hill 30, Hannan Trace 14. We'll be back right after this.